G'day everybody, it's Kim here from Kim's Homestead with you once again, and we're out in the garden. What a beautiful day it is. I'll give you a look at it, eh? Look at that blue sky, eh? That's sapphire blue. Absolutely gorgeous, not a cloud in the sky. There's just a nice gentle breeze. Good day to be outside, eh? So I thought, what better day than to plant a few seeds, and we'll go over into the potting shed and I'll give it a bit of a clean up before I bring you back. I've just plonked a few things down on the workbench, so I'll get it ready and then I'll set you guys up where you can watch, and we'll plant some seeds together. We'll decide on what we're going to plant. We might even have a look where we're going to plant it. Anyway, God, I can't get over it. It's such a beautiful day. I wish you could all be here in person to enjoy it with me. What are you planting today? Or if you're planting at all, what are you planting? Are you planting it from seed, or are you planting seedlings? Let me know down in the comments box. Where are you? Where are you planting it? Because different areas have different zoning, and also in some areas it's even like a different season. I'd be interested in knowing where you are and what you're doing. At here, I'm actually zone 7B. So it's a good area actually. It gets pretty darn hot, like 46, 47 degrees. Not much grows at then, so it's like probably your winters where you are. You might have snow on the ground that covers the area with snow, and you can't plant either. So you have to wait those seasons out and wait until the planting season of your area. So anyway, interesting subject. So let's get into going over into the potting house and planting some seeds. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so let's see now. Right, here I have just a little container, and I have some old toilet rolls. So what I want to do is pack this container with the toilet rolls, and this I'm actually going to fill up with carrot seedlings. Now, carrots do not like to be moved. The toilet rolls they break down in the ground, so these ones I can just plant wherever. The carrots are going to grow nice and straight, and That way I can just pop them throughout the garden wherever I want. Now, carrots don't like a lot of fertilizer. So what I'm actually going to do is fill this with river sand, actually the playground sand that you buy from Bunnings. So I'll just get some. Now this sand is what came out of the wicking beds that I pulled down. It's got no big pieces in it. It's got a couple of lumps, but they're soon squished out. Right, so all I need to do now is fill up these toilet rolls to about, leave enough of the head space so you can get a couple of seeds in. Doesn't matter if you get dirt in between. There we go. Now I'm going to actually mix both of these packets together. They're getting a bit old. And I'm using one of these to dish it out. Get it off. Why can't I get the top off? Right, this one is the Harlequin carrot seeds, and this one is the Chantenay red coral. Okay. There we go, and we've got space to add some more later on. Just close that off. And that will go in the seed house, and tomorrow morning it will be watered in. Now, I better do a label for it, otherwise I'm not going to know. There we go. Harlequin and Chantenay carrot. Now these little ones here, these little pots, these are the ones I was talking about in an earlier video that I got from the supermarket probably 2 years ago. So yes, they're getting quite old. So it's time to actually do something with them. They do come with their own little tags, but they won't last long at all. So I think what I'll do, okay. I'm planting per the size of the seed. If it's a small seed, I plant it on top. They generally like a little bit of daylight. If it's a larger seed, I plant it on the bottom. They like to be buried. Some of these are out of season. That's fine. I'm just trying to actually use up some of these seeds, get them out of the way. I've got so many seeds inside. I need to actually get new ones, but I don't want to throw any of these out. I may still get, 30 or 40 plants out of it, and seeing as they haven't really cost me anything, why not? Okay, we'll let these take up the water. Then I'm going to put them in something like this, where the water will flow straight through them, and put them in the seed house as well. See how they go. I've got some golden potted peas here. I think we'll plant those up next while they sit aside for a few moments and just soak. So I think I'll put the peas in something like this. Okay. And this is from the Diggers Club. It's golden potted pea, organic pea. I think I got this well over 12 months ago too. Couple of spares, so let's see if we can squeeze in another line. We get 4 in the last line, eh? There we go. Time to tuck them all into bed. golden potted peas. See what they taste like, eh? Haven't had them before. They looked interesting. That's when I bought them way back before I decided to move. Now, I think we'll plant a small amount of celeriac. Got a lot of winter soups and stews and all that sort of thing coming up, and broths. So I think the celeriac, as soon as my celery didn't take off, I think the celeriac would be a better option. I know you're supposed to plant it in springtime and everything else, but then you got to try and nurse it through summertime, and that's just impossible. When you only get summers of like, 30 or 4, well, 25 to 35 degrees, you can deal with it. But when you get in summers of, nearly 50 degrees, you can't keep anything alive. The only thing I've got to deal with is some frosts. But I did buy myself a new frost cover. So, sensitive plants, I'll try and work out so they can go under the frost cover. Right, so celeriac. Now this one is celeriac white alabaster. So I think we'll do some sugar snap peas. I'm going to plant probably 6 peas per little container, or at least 5. There we go. Now, sugar snap peas. This is my favourite garden munchie. I also like to throw them in salads. I think they add a nice sweetness to a salad. I don't like the leaves so much, but peas themselves are beautiful, and the pods gives it that nice crunch, sweet crunch. Do probably some more later on, and have another lot coming on probably close to end of winter. Now it's too late to plant me not snow peas, my sweet pea, unfortunately, but things happen. What else have we got? White turnip and sweet pea. Don't know about white turnip. I always get all this leaf in a tiny little bulb. I know it's because like the soil's too rich. And I don't use them that much. I know I should use them in salads and soups and stews and all of that. I think I'll plant probably a dozen. That should see it. Cosmos. Apparently I should be planting these in springtime. Yep, spring and summer. So we'll wait on those ones. I've got some bulbs here. There's red ranunculi and anemone coroner. This is what I was going to plant out in the old letterbox out front. But when I dug up that ground cover, I decided on that instead. Maybe I should plant these out the front where I was going to put those other ones. The extra pansies I was going to buy. That might be nice. Beetroot. Yes, I've got to plant some more beetroot, so I'll do this now. Let's see, what have I got? Everything falls down. No, I don't want that much beetroot, I don't think. Okay, I'll just have a couple of these ones, I think. So I'm going to plant 5 seeds because they are a multi-seed in each cell. And that way, hopefully, I can thin them out later on. I had a few extras, so I just threw them in. I think I'll set up a patch somewhere where I can let them go to seed. They'll fertilise each other. The bugs will love it. And that's the last of that packet gone. And then I'll have fresh seed for later on. I only need basically one plant to go to seed, and I've got seed put aside for years. Okay, so now we'll put in those turnips. Put a few in, prick out what I want later on. Feed the rest of the chooks. Back at the old homestead, I used to have a little patch of ground where the orchard was, and all the old seeds and whatever else that I had, all I had to do was fling it in there, give it a bit of a rake over, whatever, and that way the chooks had all different kinds of goodies they could get into, plus all the weeds that were in there as well, but still, I used to love it. Had a great time. It usually only took about a day, maybe two, to clear up the patch, and to clear it out altogether. Within a week, every single weed except the sheer toughest ones were out of the pen or out of the orchard. The orchard was scratched over with a whole heap of chook manure in it, and all the bugs in that were lovingly eaten. Lots of worms as well. And but the only thing they wouldn't eat was thistles. Used to get overrun with thistles. They were a bit of a pain, but still. They had their uses too. Whatever I couldn't use in fertilizers and whatever else, I chopped down, and they became dry mulch for the orchard. Nearly time for a new pen, I think. Okay, a couple of them can be planted willy-nilly throughout the garden. I like to plant up my garden in sort of a sporadic, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit somewhere else, and that way you confuse the bugs. once again. Stinging nettles were great for that, especially hiding my brassicas. I'd let brassicas grow in amongst the stinging nettles, and I'd get lovely crops of brassicas because the bugs couldn't find them, and if they found one they thought, woohoo, we finally found one, and they couldn't find the rest. That's not to say I'm going to start stinging nettles here. I won't be. Because they could be a bit of a pest as well. Garlic chives. Those I'll plant out in the garden. Now this is some sort of onion. I don't know whether it's chives or whether it's onion. I'll just have to plant up a patch and see what comes out, I suppose. Maybe up in my herb patch. I'll plant a few in a little corner. I'm hoping I can find the purple sweet onion that I grew. I know I took seeds, wasn't very many, but I took them. And do you think I can find the darn things? Not now that I've moved. It's really annoying. Right. I'll just top that up with a little bit of potting mix. Right, that's another one ready to go into the seed house. Now this one here, I've got 2 packets of white onion. They're crisp and sweet. They're actually pickling onion, but I actually like them for salads. Got heaps of pickled onions. I did a heap of them this year. So I'm just going to put them all in this tray. And then when they're coming up, I'm going to put them out into little multi-cell trays. Yes, I hear you. Well, that's about all I'll get in that one. What? Now I have a heap of seed left over, But I will find another one of these trays and do the same thing with this side. Okay. So I think that's about it for tonight. It's time to go in and start tea. I do have 2 trays of onions to put out, which is the red what are they? They're red salad onion anyway, and some brown onions. So I will probably put them out in the garden tonight. I'll put these seeds away in the seed house and maybe throw around a couple of other seeds. There's those chives. I don't know whether they're garlic chives or the red sweet onion. So I'll probably plant them in a corner somewhere and see what comes up. But that's it. That's going to be me for tonight, and that's what I'm planting. I hope you enjoyed it, and come along with me the next time that I plant some plants, or even in the kitchen. Anyway, if you liked this video, please give me a big oniony thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, think about subscribing. That would be wonderful. And I'll catch you again soon with another video. Goodbye friends, catch you next time.